Hey, how you doing guys? ZDEyE here. So today I wanted to have a bit of a discussion regarding the, issues and problems that the games will be facing during the fall of 2020. Yes, I'm specifically talking about all the games that will be coming out around that range, and of course, you might already understand why. Cyberpunk 2077 as of recently has gotten yet another unfortunate delay, but perhaps even very necessary as well. Well, we wouldn't really know, at least not at the moment, what was the real reason to it. All they were just simply saying, if they don't feel confident that the game is finished or will be finished by that time, no matter what, they don't care, they will delay it. And I personally give big applause to the CD Projekt Red for making that kind of a decision. It's a very difficult decision to do so. It's very, very heavy with the money and demands and the that you will have to put in, and it's not just that simple. You can simply say, I want to upload, upload. I was just thinking about the mindset of a YouTuber, right? I want to upload this video tomorrow. No, I want to upload this video today, like that. So it's not exactly the same thing in terms of the development and the business. But, so, here's why the issue raises in the terms of the holiday 2020. If you guys did not know, Ubisoft especially is actually one of those companies that will be facing the biggest issues. I'm talking about specifically Watch Dogs Legion, and maybe to some sort of degree to an Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And again, I don't want to put in here the Assassin's Creed Valhalla since it is completely different genre of a game. Well, not necessarily completely different, it is RPG, it is open world, but it's set in a different timeline and it plays differently. It's a third person as well as Assassin's Creed, right? Assassin's Creed that you guys know, perhaps even the guys that you perhaps love. And presumably, of course, it may be coming in September or even October, but Watch Dogs Legion was presumably coming in the November. That's, again, this is speculation, it's a bit of a rumor, so I'm talking about. It's not confirmed facts, at least not yet. By the way, if you want to know when we will most likely get the official release dates for all these Ubisoft games, it will be happening on July 12th with the event from the Ubisoft. They'll be showcasing brand new trailers and footages and gameplays on all their games that will be happening. Gods and Monsters, Quarantine, and Watch Dogs Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I think I'm missing one or two more. I'm sure like For Honor will also be getting something extra, The Division 2 maybe. Again, there's a lot of things that will be happening on the July 12th. Stay tuned for that. I will be making an update. I will be talking all about those events and what will be happening. That's going to be very exciting, at least personally to me. So, now here's the issue coming in front. Perhaps I should definitely mention. The Watch Dogs Legion, if you guys already might be familiar with, it was presumed that it will be coming on the next-gen consoles as a day one kind of a release. And due to that, since Cyberpunk has been delayed to the middle of November, that's pretty much when we will be expecting to have the next-gen consoles coming up and releasing. But because the Cyberpunk is taking that spot, and because the genre is so similar to what the Watch Dogs Legion is, especially being an open world, a role-playing game, and yet futuristic approach, that will be a big problem for Ubisoft. Because compared to what Cyberpunk is as the Watch Dogs Legion, that's like a juggernaut, like a Rockstar caliber game, and CD Projekt Red with their caliber games nowadays that they create is simply incredible. And it's like hell and earth, sort of a kind of a difference, hell and sky, how about that? And that is actually a major concern because Ubisoft, I doubt it now that they will be releasing Watch Dogs Legion at the end of the year. And I personally think they may need to push it forward with the release, unless of course if they were already planning to release Watch Dogs Legion earlier than the Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Because mind you, if Assassin's Creed Valhalla comes out closer to November, I don't think that might be an issue. Because if you guys are familiar with the Assassin's Creed Odyssey, that came out about 3 weeks before Red Dead Redemption 2 came out in 2018. And look how it did, and look how it performed. Even though it did not surpass the sales-wise from the Origins Assassin's Creed, but the revenue was far higher. And still, far higher is just because the end content that also it has included, and a bunch of the DLCs on top of that. Now, we are talking about Watch Dogs Legion if it does come out in September, and since the only one game that is coming out in September is pretty much Avengers game, then actually maybe it makes sense for it to come out in September. But again, there is some issues on that front why it may not happen. Due to the quarantine that's also been going on through the world now in 2020, big issues I'm talking about, of course, and it's already been mentioned that all of the games pretty much are gonna get pushed at least, well, a couple of weeks. Now, it's not necessarily to say that it's already not gonna be coming in September. It may still come into, I don't know, at the end of September. But at the moment, and how Ubisoft wanted to go with their approach is to release Assassin's Creed Valhalla in the end of 2020, then Watch Dogs Legion at the end of 2020 with the next-gen consoles, pretty much even on the same day. Cyberpunk taking that approach and pretty much knocking Watch Dogs Legion out completely. And that's the major concern for Ubisoft. Now, I'm definitely going to be mentioning it why the rest of the games as well might be having this sort of the issue too. Because what is the main reason for you to get a brand new IP of a game and yet you don't know if it's going to be successful or great on that part, since you already are familiar with the CD Projekt Red and their approach to Cyberpunk 2077. And now, if you want to pick up the next-gen console, what is the most viable choice that you will go for, right? And obviously, Cyberpunk 2077 will be that game that you just simply need to pick up on the next-gen consoles. And again, because, like I've said, it's coming at the middle of November, presumably also that's when the next-gen consoles will be coming out too. So what is the point of going for something else like a different game and not yet being certain if that particular game is going to be successful or not, even if it's going to be great? You know what I mean? But Cyberpunk 2077 already took over so many hearts of gamers, and it makes sense why everyone would just simply go for the next gen console, and on top of that simply purchase on day one Cyberpunk 2077. And here's the issue: if Watch Dogs Legion is going to be around that range in November, it's going to be overshadowed. Like basically, Watch Dogs Legion wasn't even there. Nobody would have known even that would be coming out. Cyberpunk 2077 is only gearing up to be a far higher caliber game that a lot of people are expecting it to be a fantastic game. Watch Dogs Legion, on the other hand, is more of a niche title for the people that already are familiar with Watch Dogs and that they love the series. Watch Dogs 1 was a big success in terms of the marketing, but when the game came out, it was a pure disappointment for a lot of the fans and a lot of the downgrades that has happened too. And after Watch Dogs 2 came out, a lot of people said that, you know, they had its own issues. Personally, I liked Watch Dogs 2 more than Watch Dogs 1, but a lot of people felt differently. And as you can see, fans have been reduced even lower to the degree. That's why I call it a niche, the game at the moment, even though it is a AAA standard of the video game. But now Watch Dogs Legion is taking a completely different direction again, and people don't know what to think about it. All they have seen is a couple of the trailers and one gameplay. Even though it does look enticing and very interesting, it looks just like Watch Dogs Legion. By comparing that though with Cyberpunk 2077, that's again like day and night and day of a difference. Everyone was just simply go with Cyberpunk 2077. So Ubisoft might push this game forward to the release of the September. Ubisoft might push this game even to 2021 and coming out maybe early, like in February or March. So yes, this would mean that this game has been delayed by 1 full year if it does come out in 2021. That's just a little bit of an opinion I want to say as well, my speculation. Well, tell me down in the comments, guys, and am I right? Am I overthinking this a little bit? Do you think this, what do you think, basically? What do you think? Alright, I will let you go now. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. See you guys all later, and as always, have a good one.